Hey, I'm Harry, and in this video we're going to look at the top 5 mistakes that startups make. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Harry James Coburn. I'm a startup consultant, adventurer, and part-time British soldier. On this channel, we help people take a leap in their lives through sharing tools and strategies on startups, adventures, and growth. Let's crack on. No doubt building a business is hard. Mainstream media idolizes the likes of Sir Richard Branson and Elon Musk as individual symbols of success, encouraging many to follow in their footsteps. And so, filled with promise and fame, the young and ambitious pour what little resources and time they have into building the next big thing, only to fail. 90% of startups fail. Elon Musk and Sir Richard Branson are the outliers. But why do so many fail? I've been working with startups for the best part of 10 years now. I've gotten to know a lot of startups on the way, and here are my top 5 mistakes that I've seen time and time again. Number 1, building a product first. Get an idea, it's exciting, it's revolutionary, it could change the world. You tell your friends, they love it. You tell your mum, she loves it. You tell your dad, what a great idea, clever girl. You start developing it, but you're struggling to get it done with your day job, which is taking up all your time. You quit your day job. Finally, you've got enough time to build your product. You go all in. Go big or go home. You don't tell many people about it because it's not ready yet, but soon. Months go by, still no income, no sales, but the product's almost there. Just a few more things to be done. 6 months later, you've got a name, you've got a website, you've got a product. You're ready to tell the world. Look everyone, check out my new dating app where your friends write your profile for you. How cool is that? No one subscribes. No one clicks. No one wants their friends to write their profiles for them because they don't trust them. Shit, we should have tested the market first. Yeah, you should have. Many founders waste so much time focusing on their solution rather than focusing on their customers' problems. But my mum and dad said it was a good idea. Hate to break it to you, but your mum and dad aren't paying customers. They're your mum and dad, and they love you dearly. To understand how to properly test a product, I recommend reading the Mum Test. 3 questions you should always ask and get definitive answers to before launching a product are: number 1, is your target customer experiencing a painful and urgent problem? Number 2, are they actively seeking a solution? Number 3, do they have no or a few perceived options? If there's a clear pain point from an audience who are willing to act, then you might have something. Quickly shortlist as many potential solutions to that audience as possible. And test. The easiest and best way to test is through dummy Facebook or Google ads. See if people click on the ads. Do people want this solution? Even better, set up a dummy checkout for the product or service. Once your customers click on the adverts and click through to the checkout and buy your product, you have a proof of purchase. You don't actually have to sell them the item there and then. You can give them a refund or give them a voucher or say you've sold out, but you have a proof of purchase. And if you get enough of these, you may have a business. You may even have enough traction to leverage some investment. But the bottom line is always test first. Don't spend months wasting time and money developing something no one wants, no one needs, and no one's willing to pay for. Number 2, working in the business, not on the business. We're told to follow our passion. If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Let's say you love pasta. The taste, the texture, the origin, everything about it. Delicious. Your family know you love it. Your friends know you love it. You should open a pasta restaurant, you're told again and again. Your pasta is so good, it's like an orgasm on a plate. Wow. You better open a pasta restaurant. And so it opens. It starts well, but after 6 months, you start to feel you need some rest. You're in the restaurant from early morning to late at night, prepping, cooking, cleaning, but you feel you can't take a break because the business won't operate without you. Are you living your passion, or have you just created another job for yourself? And is the job making pasta, or is it running a restaurant? At this point, many entrepreneurs feel doomed. Perhaps after 2 years of grinding away, they've lost their love for pasta. Why am I doing this? I hate pasta. The texture, the smell, the process, everything about it. Pasta this, pasta that. Oh. They see no way out. This is their life. They're trapped in the pasta corner. And worst of all, they're the ones who put themselves there. They should have been working on the business, not in the business. If they create processes, hire staff, and realize that pasta was not the product, but the restaurant was, they may have still enjoyed making pasta. The E-Myth is a must-read for entrepreneurs and goes deep into this subject. It explains how to build processes and create a successful business without sacrificing your life working in the business. When I built my adventure travel business, Courage, I was guilty of this. With limited resources, my co-founder and I spent all our time building and working in the business. We did everything ourselves. It was a tough grind for 2 years before we realized what we built wasn't actually what we wanted. Don't make the same mistake. And above all, don't build a business you don't want. Work on the business, not in the business. Build processes and outsource as quickly as possible. Make the business work for you. Number 3, going into business with the wrong person. In many ways, I thought my co-founder for my adventure travel business, Courage, was a good fit. He had a PhD, he graduated from Cambridge, and he shared the same vision as me. Or so I thought. We had similar life experiences and he had cash, giving him a runway and enabling him to inject some money into the business. Meet someone ready to go with cash who's excited about the project as you are is exciting. After months of trotting along on my own, having someone share the journey with me felt like the light at the end of the tunnel. At the time, Josh legitimized all of my effort. And finally, I thought, with him on board, we could make serious progress. In many ways, he was great, but ultimately wasn't the right person to build a business with. We were slightly misaligned in how we wanted to build the business. We struggled to get things off the ground, and he was more of a thinker than a doer, which I really struggled with. We spent too much time internally rather than externally. We were also young and naive. So what did I learn and what would I do differently next time? It's rare you'll find the perfect counterpart. They may be great at communication or work ethic, but they may have exhaustion or be inexperienced. My recommendation above all else is to make sure they can execute. It's extremely hard to begin with, and you need someone who can execute all the fucking time. I recommend doing a SWOT analysis. Make sure you're completely aware of all of yours and theirs strengths and weaknesses. How do you pair up? Do you complement each other or are you too similar? What are the threats and opportunities? Have complete honesty. Be completely honest about each other's situations and ambitions. What's your 5-year plan? Treat it like a marriage, because it is that and more. Be objective. It doesn't matter if you're tired of working alone. Don't rush into anything. Take your time. It's better to do it slow and right than quick and wrong. Throw away the rose-tinted glasses and explore the wrong things as well as the right. Remember, it's more likely to go wrong, so make sure it's right. Don't be naive. The 4 things I recommend to look for are: who is in their network? Is it helpful towards your company's purpose? Try and ask for some introductions from a few people. Do people respond quickly? Are they happy to be introduced? This is a good sign of trust or reputation. Mindset, attitude. Will they push you when you're exhausted? Will they give up, or will they try and find a way, whatever happens? Are they resilient? And what evidence do you have that they can execute? Are they sensitive, or do they take things personally? Do they have a growth mindset and want to learn no matter what? 3, experience and knowledge. Have they worked for a VC-funded early stage startup? Are they technical? Can they bring in business? Have they had experience scaling teams? What have they been responsible for? And number 4, skill set. Are they strategic? Can they build products? Are they good at UX? Are they good at sales? Do they do operations? Can they lead? What is their top 1 1% skill. I find this can be a really useful tool. Focusing on the top 1% skill can cut through all the other bullshit. Why are you really bringing them in? Number 4, investment as a primary objective. Going for investment early on can make sense for your business if it's heavily reliant on research and development or has high costs up front. However, it should not be the primary objective. Many startups try to get investment before they've even proven their business model or got sales. This is a bad idea for 4 reasons. Number 1, it'll be hard to get investment without traction. Investors want results. They want proof that they will get a return. To get an idea about how venture capitalists think about investment, I recommend checking out Power Law Returns. Be a link below. Number 2, you get a bad deal. Getting investment early on before you've created value often means you give away a lot of equity for little money. Take investment as late as possible. Build up the value and get a better deal. Many founders have worked their asses off for businesses worth millions, but due to bad deals early on, they've got nothing to show for it. It's a real shame, and don't let it happen to you. Number 3, you may just be creating a job for yourself. A good way to think about this is it better to own 100% of a business worth 10 million or to own 10% of a business worth 100 million? In both scenarios, you own 10 million, but the latter comes with much more responsibility, pressure, and lack of control. You work for the investors. In the former, you're the only boss. You call all the shots. So think about the life you want to live before running for investment. Number 5, prioritizing the wrong things. Depending on your business model, you could be focusing on traction over sales, but ultimately you want to be focusing on cash flow as your number 1. Cash is your bloodline. Cash answers all problems. It's the main reason your business exists, to bring in money. Cash allows you to grow, to invest, to build a team, to attract more investment, to build better products and services. Too often, founders work on things that they feel are important, but actually aren't. Websites, branding, positioning, business plans, product development, design, none of it matters without cash flow or traction. If you want inspiration, then check out Berkshire Hathaway's website, who own $873 billion worth of assets, but their website is awful. Having a beautiful website is not a priority. Doing business is. Designers and developers are putting their hair out right about now, but the reality is, if you're not building a business to make money from day one, you're probably not building a business worth building. We spend too much time in the weeds debating the details. The harsh truth is we work on the tasks that we enjoy. Every time you go to work, you need to ask yourself 2 questions. 1, which activities are going to give me the biggest return on investment? And number 2, can I outsource this task? Focusing on leveraging your time and money. Get your business moving. Be relentless on this. For more information, I recommend checking out Rob Moore's Life Leverage. So there you have it. There's the top 5 mistakes I've seen startups make time and time again. So remember, don't build a product first, test first. Test. Number 2, don't work in your business, work on your business. Take your time finding your co-founder. Think twice before you go for investment. And above all, make sure you execute and focus on the tasks that matter. Focus on cash flow. Make sure you get that cash so you can build your business. If you're on your own startup journey, feel free to get in touch and I'm happy to help. I love going for a coffee and hearing about the new and exciting ideas people are working on. Feel free to subscribe to my newsletter or YouTube channel for strategies and tools on startups, adventures and growth.